the side of MouzQuanticFlipside. At the same time, being able to just
Radiant's banned.
yeah, gonna be able to just throw out those magical nukes onto the battlefield without having to compromise the carry slot. So
Dire's pick.
this is what Gyrocopter is usually picked up for, and I think, yeah, Twitch is having a little bit of problem, so you guys might see the streams blip once in a while. So hopefully it doesn't doesn't last for too long, because I don't know, Twitch picked up bad time to actually do a little bit of a patch here with all the games going on. And we're gonna see a last ban Rubik here from Cascade. So not wanting the songs to be stealed, not wanting Sukuchi to be stolen, but still, Cascade, I think, banning out really cleverly here, because MouzQuanticFlipside could still use the support, and that Rubik is very in line with what MouzQuanticFlipside could be using right now. The pickup, set up that Rocket Barrage into that Visage stun, just Visage nuke, just really powerful. And Keeper actually going to be banned out here by Cascade, fearing a little bit of a stall tactic coming up from this underdog team, if you'll call them that, and they will ban it out. And MouzQuanticFlipside's gonna be denied that Rubik, won't be able to steal Riptide, steal Song, even Ensnare, Alchemist Stun, Torrent, Boat, as well as the Sukuchi. All great spells for this Rubik to steal. Alright, so yeah.
Reserve time.
Yep, I fixed that, guys. Those guys telling me about the Dota TV. Hopefully, it doesn't give any more problems. And I'm gonna have Shadow Demon last pick here for Cascade. So Shadow Demon with the good, it's a good setup for the Alchemist stun. So they're gonna go for the disruption and follow up with the acid spray, as well as the toss out with the splash, as well as the stun. Just as about the impact. If you time it right, we'll have a lot of bursts. So MouzQuanticFlipside, if they are fearing this aggressive tri lane, which they should be, because Naga tri lanes are usually being played aggressively here. So the Alchemist Shadow Demon combo gonna be very potent against any of the heroes MouzQuanticFlipside might throw at them. I think Nature's Prophet, if he does face this safe lane, he probably will have to just abandon it straight away and go into the jungle. Yep, so Twitch stats still being a little bit screwy to me, so guys, I won't be able to see. I did see a little bit of you guys did tell me that my Dota TV audio isn't working, and while we see a clockwork, so is this a support clockwork? It could be a support clockwork, or it could be something very greedy. It could be something very greedy by MouzQuanticFlipside here, picking up their Gyrocopter along with the Visage. So just going for a dual lane, just safe lane farming. Visage with the pull, and Clockwork going in the off lane, Prophet going into the jungle. So this will cripple the lanes a lot, and because of that, they will not be able to do any kind of aggressions. They will be letting this Alchemist free farm, and to a certain extent as well will be giving Weaver free farm, because due to that lack of lockdown, which another thing to talk about, MouzQuanticFlipside do not have any lockdown short of Homing Missile, which is not really a lockdown. Mania will have to land those Visage Familiar stuns, otherwise he will have to land those Visage Familiar stuns, otherwise he will not have any way of locking down that Weaver. They have the Prophet with the Sprout, which is alright, and they have the Clockwork as well with the hookshot stun for about a second. So I don't know, it looks pretty dicey for MouzQuanticFlipside here, but then again, a Weaver can still be dealt with a lot of AoE burst. But we're gonna see how MouzQuanticFlipside run it. We're gonna run through the teams very quickly here. We're gonna have on MouzQuanticFlipside playing on the Radiant side. It's gonna be effing mad. Gonna play on the Nature's Prophet. It is gonna be Robocop on Outworld Devourer. I can't remember what his real name was. And Mania is gonna play on Visage, and Clevera, or I heard was Shoxka, but I think Clevera is a nice name, so we're gonna call him Clevera. It's gonna play on that Gyrocopter bottom, and Miggle is gonna be an off lane. So it looks like it is, as how I said, the laning will be. And Bingnam actually gonna play on the Weaver on the Dire side. We have Chomi actually playing the Solo Mid Alchemist, and we have Dota Stock play his Kunkka, Obi-Wan Banan. Obi-Wan Banan is going to be on the Shadow Demon, and Judo will be on the Naga Siren, and we're already looking for something. Yep, we're going to look for a little bit of a gang here. They will not be expecting this Kunkka bottom, I think, and Mania going to spot him out with that Sentry Ward. They will spot the Observer. Nope, Sentry nerf once again coming to effect here. So Ice Rock certainly knew what he was doing when he nerfed Sentry Wards. Now Observer Ward's going to spot out this Shadow Demon very well, and I think they're just thinking that the Naga will be here. Are they going to go for the Banish start off? I don't think they will have enough burst just of now, so they're going to go. Yeah, they're just going to go and revealed himself out in this, and just gonna go into farming now. Actually, Miggle making a shift down here to the bottom lane, so it will be a tri-lane. They do trap him. Judo could be in a little bit of trouble. There's a disruption as well, so Splash. Is there any follow-up here? That's gonna be special. Miggle has to be a little bit careful. The two illusions from the Shadow Demon is gonna go a little bit of clipping here on Miggle, so Miggle will be backing off. Meanwhile, let's look at the middle lane. It's 4-1 on the ODs, 5-0 on Chomi, so Chomi actually having a good time against this OD, which is not well, you don't normally see that happening, and OD does have very good grasp of the lane here, but it's still early, so his prison isn't that great for denying EXP as well as last hits for now. Once Robocop gets a few more points in that Astro Imprisonment, it's going to be very tough for the Alchemist to actually get near the creep wave without losing some of his brains, so we're going to see how well. What interests me actually is the lane up here on the bottom lane. We're going to see how well Calevra does survive here. Miggle, them going to be playing that support Clockwork. Very interesting to see how that works out for them. I think Matt will have to be a bit careful against Bignum. He can't really do that much damage unless Bignum really screws up bad. Otherwise, I don't see Bignum dying there. So hopefully you don't miss anything. Chomi, oh, taking a lot of damage. This could be a rundown. Is there going to be a rune up top? There's no rune, and Chomi, I think he did gamble wrongly there, and he might be in a little bit of trouble now. He's going to run around. There's going to be a banish. This will be first blood. Yeah, he's going to try and deny himself to the Ancients, and it's not going to happen. Chomi could find himself a little bit of trouble. Will he deny himself? No, he will not. OD will pick up the first blood. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Miggle dropping low, Soul Catcher up on him. Oh, big mistake of walking into the cogs there. Now, Kunkka will take a fall. Judo, one more splash, as well as a cross, a backswing slash will bring him down, but now effing Matt has TP'd in, and he gets killed for his Gyrocopters. Calevra gonna pick that up. It's 3-1 now in favor of MouzQuanticFlipside. You can see that Goldgraph shooting all the way up, and Dota Stock back in the lane now, and not a good start for Cascade, but still okay. It's just the early game after all. Oh no, Grave Chill is gonna be costing him a little bit of damage. Here comes the turret. It does land along with the splash. Calevra in a lot of trouble, and Snare Up as well. He will go down. Mania not even gonna waste any mana on that Soul Assumption. Actually, Prophet getting that regeneration, gonna be very happy. Not having this pop that Clarity Potion. Bignum, meanwhile, up top will be looking towards that Ring of Aquila if he does desire to get it. He does have the Wraith Band and about 900 gold for 1000 now. So we're gonna see what he goes for. Some Weavers decide to go something like a Face Boots for a little bit more right click power, but we could see the Weaver going for something like a very quick Lincolns to make sure he's clearly really immortal, or even something special like a Radiance or even a quick Medallion Desolator. We're gonna see how he does it. And Dota Talk, meanwhile, still Dota Stalk, meanwhile, level 3. 2 points in the splash, 1 point in Torrent. Nothing really special here. Calevra choosing to not go for any homemade missile. Miggle just 1 in the rocket and 1 in the cogs. And we do see a TP. Do you hear a TP? I think Obi-Wan's back. Obi-Wan starts the disruption as well as the Soul Catcher. Where is that Torrent? No Torrent here because they do see the rotation incoming with the flat cannon. As you can already see, a lot of that Soul Assumption charge being racked up here. So Miggle gonna be safe there. And Shadow Demon having to pop his last salve. That's the last of his regeneratives, and he will not be able to regen anymore after this one. Judo, meanwhile, has hit level 3. Has 1 point in Snare, 2 points in the splash. So we're going to be doing a lot of damage to the tri-lane supports here. Effing Matt, going to summon more Treants. Oh, Weaver diving him to Bignum. Does he have the Treants? Yeah. No, Bignum, will he summon the bugs? He will not summon the bugs. And the Treants will do a little bit of right-clicking here on Bignum. Bignum's going to back off. Meanwhile, middle lane, Chomi with a double damage. He is out of intelligence right now, so he will not be able to do anything. He did at least manage to deny the rune here for the OD, but OD decided not even go for the bottle, so nothing lost there. And Chomi could be in a little bit of trouble. There is no ultimate, I think. Robocop has been really unlucky with those aura procs, so will not have any more mana. Meanwhile, effing Matt will just TP out under the Weaver, in front of Weaver, so Weaver's gonna be okay. Like I said, oh wow, effing Matt canceled his TP. He could go down here. Nope, not gonna go down. Just very close on that TP. And Bignum actually takes a lot of damage here under the tower. He does switch to Intreads so as to get that Sukuchi off. Now forced to pop a salve. Meanwhile, bottom lane still a little bit tense going on here. The cleave does go out, and now here we go. The Grave Chill go on. Miggle gonna be netted up as well as the splash, but Prophet comes on in. Surprise! Dota Stalk takes a Soul Assumption to the face. Obi-Wan, a little bit of miscommunication here. He pops a 10-stick charge, doesn't save him at all. And effing Matt will pick himself 1 more kill. The Torrent as well as the disruption, very poorly mistimed. And Chomi, meanwhile, in the middle lane, 0 for 1 right now, 8 for 1 in last hits. Like I said, the OD, 32 last hits. Well, not gonna be too good for the Alchemist from then on. He started out with 5 for 0. 5-0, and now he's 8-1. So he got as much as he could, and now he's gonna be getting nothing in this lane. Meanwhile, Mego has hit level 3, so has gone for 2 points in the rocket flare, not even going for any points in barrier assault. So not even gonna look to assault Huck, or what you call it, Huck some hero, and maybe try and nuke him down with his barrier assault. But still understandable, the rocket barrage or rocket flare does land a lot of damage for him. So meanwhile, Mania has decided to pull a little bit of creeps here. Obi-Wan looking to rotate in, and this Observer Ward on its real end of its life is going to be timing out now. So Sentry Ward here placed will be a little bit wasted. OD meanwhile does kill the Alchemist here in the middle lane with his ultimate. Now finally getting his mana up, and Judo wants to get a kill here on Robocop. Gonna see Judo as well. Disruption up on Miguel. There's gonna be a torrent as well. Miguel will take one hit to the face, but Obi-Wan gonna be blown up by the Soul Assumption. And now Naga is on the run there. Very lucky his friend did take the fall for him, and Robocop's haste rune has ran out, so will not be able to get that kill. It's a very, very bad start for Cascade, considering that their draft should be the ones getting the advantage here. So like I said, MouzSports are clearly the more experienced team. They will be more familiar with the laning phase as well. I'm sure they'll have more experience in tri lanes as well. And CSC Cascade, not to say that they're a bad team, but perhaps they're still a little bit rusty at the edges and do need a little bit of working out of the kinks. And thus far, their lane has not been working out too well for them, and they're being crushed by this Mouse tri lane. So I say they have an advantage in terms of the draft, but if they do keep themselves, oh wow, Judo very lucky to get out of those cogs and not inside them. And yeah, while I say they have a better draft, if they do fall behind like that and lose a lot of towers, lose a lot of farm, they could be finding themselves in a lot of trouble. And now Mania throws out the Grave Shield once again. Disruption follows. There's Soul Capture. There's a Soul Capture. There's a Torrent as well. It's gonna land on Mania. Mania is gonna go. The Wrath of Nature does do a lot of damage, and Kunkka is gonna hit the deck. Now Obi-Wan in a lot of trouble. The call down gonna hit him twice as well. Not standing out the AoE. Clever gets a double kill here. A lot of people do receive multi-kill prizes, and Clever says, "I am dangerous," and he is indeed. Vigna meanwhile has gone for the Quiller as well as Threats. I'm not so sure about the Threats pickup. Maybe a little bit more tankability, a bit more right-click power. Gonna hit a little bit faster, but still, I'm not too convinced. Chomi meanwhile has popped his ultimate in the middle lane. Robocop just laying down the hurt onto him. The mechanism already ready for this OD. 8 minutes into the game, and Mechanism is a really good pickup for you, because you can actually start to take towers, take fights when your enemy is still very far behind. Weaver is still leading the last hit charts because he has been having a free lane thus far, and Robocop falling about 10 CS behind him. The gold graph is about 2,500 in favor of MouzSports, and we have about 2,000 in favor in the EXP as well. And now Dota Stock, I don't think this is a good idea. He's at level 4, he's about to peak he hit level 5, I wouldn't say peak, but Judo as well as Obi-Wan level 3 and 4 respectively here. And I don't think they should be taking fights, because under-level heroes against Visage is not something you really want to do. And now Obi-Wan looks to be setting up another one. He's going to go for disruption. Is there going to be a Soul Catcher? There's going to be a Soul Catcher. There's going to be a full-up as well. But here comes the cooldown. A lot of damage. Look at all that damage flying out here. The cooldown will kill it. And the Flag Cannon. And here comes the OD. Does he have an ultimate? He has an ultimate. That's 2 kills. Prophet comes on in. Gets the right click there. That Soul Assumption was not needed for Mania. But that is a 4-man wipe, and 12-2 right now. Cascade looking really bad in this first game of the best of 2. It is a group stage after all. They can afford this loss, I guess, but they do have to win if they want to get that second place. And I don't think it's looking too good for them now in this game 1. And it's 4,000 gold in favor of MouzSports, and Calabra looking to dive this Kunkka right now. Level 5 on him and 0-3. So OD having the time of his life, 3-0. You don't often see an OD nowadays snowballing as hard as he is. And Big Num still trying to carry his team to victory, going for the drums. I don't think this is the best comeback item of all, but still he's going to try this. A Sprout up here in Dota Stalk. Obi-Wan having only a stick charge as well as 1 bronze. So having run a poor game here in Clever. Gonna have such a good time with his Ring of Regen as well as Ring of Basilius face boots, and it's about 1,600. We're gonna see if he goes for a straight BKB, or will he go for, let's see if he goes for BKB. Yeah, it's gonna be a mid-throw hammer, so it's gonna be a BKB, preventing any further kind of lockdown apart from the Naga net. And With that BKB, he will be doing a decent amount of damage, get some tankability on the board, as well as being able to survive through a lot of the nukes that CSE will be looking to throw out at him. I believe the boat does go through and stun him, but otherwise it does not damage, and the only other lockdown that works is of course the Naga net. And now Chomi, he wants that last hit, he comes out for the last hit, he's gonna get banished, there's gonna be a banish, but I don't think there's gonna be any more setups here. Obi-Wan, he does have that disruption to save his teammate if required, and Acid Spray once in a while. Well, it's all going to be harassing back the OD, but Mechanism is trying to proc that charge, and he does proc it with one AWP thrown out here. And there's going to be a banish. Is there going to be a stab? Is there a hook? There is no hook. There's an instant TP support. Komi out of mana. The CP support is going to be cancelled out because Dota Stock. He got stunned there by Cleverer? No stun by Cleverer. And his right click is going to bring that last range creep down. Effing Matt has picked up his Hand of Midas victim. Still continuing his push up here. Judo has decided to join him up on the top lane. And the tower has hit about 500 HP. So we'll be going down very soon, I hope, for them. And Obi-Wan still wanting to pick up his Boots of Speed. It's 5,500 gold in favor of MouzQuantiFlipside. And I only see him climbing as this game goes on. Because, oh, Robocop gonna get banished off. He tried to go for the disruption, but doesn't find it. And will this tower go down? It's about 250. Still not in deny range. Miguel gonna take a little bit of clippings here from this Weaver, but still gonna be okay. Meanwhile, Chomi gonna smoke up with his buddies here. So Shadow Demon as well as Chomi gonna be smoking up. There is Cleverer gonna be poking around. He does review the smoke immediately, so they do know that there is someone there in the trees. And are they gonna back off? Judo. OD does get a tower for himself. Is there Shadow Demon? Shadow Demon gets the disruption off first. There's a Soul Catcher. Is there a charge up here on Chomi? Chomi immediately charges up. His stun. Is he gonna throw it out? He does not throw it out on the OD. A big mistake there, I think. And now well, Shadow Demon does take a fall there. It's now 13-2, and Dota Stock, he is trying to get something off, but the constant stun here from the Battery Assault will knock him down. Miguel with the haste going to chase down Komi. There's going to be a hook right in the face, and Komi going to be backing up there. He does have some stick charge. He's going to start charging up. He's going to shake the concoction out. He does shake it up. He does toss it at Miguel, but Miguel is going to get that kill. And Vignum, he does get one kill on that Gyrocopter, so Weaver does end a dominating streak. Visage ends Naga Siren streak there. Vignum gets 2 kills. The Wrath of Nature flies out there. This is what I said. They will not be able to deal with this Weaver due to the lack of lockdown. So they do get a little bit here back in their court. But Vignum, he's still pretty far away. He's going for BKB actually. So just a casual bracer for a little bit more tankability. He's just, like I said, they don't have any lockdowns for Weaver. So what's the next best thing? They're looking to burst them down. So that's not going to happen if he does tank up. He does get Bracer, Wraithman, Treads, Ogre Club. So Vignum, I think, actually going for the right item build here. And Obi-Wan, this poor guy, he is looking to find that Milk Award, I think. With this level 5 on the Shadow Demon, no boots, 13 minutes in, he is trying to get that money now. And Vignum, 2 kills in the back, gonna be pretty happy about himself. Dota Stock, meanwhile 0 and 4 on this Kunkka. Not the best game for him. And Judo gonna be clearing up the treants there, and oh, the Centaur Conqueror gonna try and farm that as well, get some money on the board. Effing Matt, Ring of Bacillus, Midas, Face Boots, not decided to rush that Shadow Blade by any means, and going for a bit more Face Boots for that right click power. Obi-Wan takes a rock flare to the face, drops to about 1/3, 2/3 of his HP, so not gonna be feeling too good. Picks up his Boots of Speed now at long last. Gonna get some EXP along here with the Naga. He does want his perch, and oh, there's gonna be an Axion Robocop. Is there gonna be a stun? There is a stun. It flies longer, does a little bit more damage, but OD does have 16 armor right now, so that's not gonna do too much on him, especially since it's only a level 2 concoction. And Cleverer, meanwhile, having the best time of his life, 5-2 right now. He will be pushing up the bottom lane, and Miguel picks up the regeneration rune. That's gonna help him out. He's gonna toss out the hook very soon, looking for a hook. Meanwhile, Vignum still gonna be escorted here by Judo personally. Make sure he gets his farm, gets all the last hits he wants so he can get that BKB. And now they're going to be pushing the tier 1 tower. The Rocket Flare does send a few creeps sprawling across the floor, and Miguel is going to be heading up top. Meanwhile, Komi, this Alchemist, not used to the farm that Alchemist normally sees, and Dota Stock himself picks up a Bracer, probably want to go for the drums himself. Toll Weaver, yep, you get a BKB, you'll be carrying us this game, and I'll just get the utility items. And now Robocop does rotate in, he does see Dota Stock instant popping up the face boots and he's running for the hills. Obi-Wan, meanwhile, has picked up his boots, Komi as well. I'm gonna look at the net worth now. It's about About time to look at those. And 7,400 gold is the net worth here for the OD. And actually Weaver is sitting at number 2 at 6,000. Clever actually now exceeding him in terms of that by just about 20 gold. And Prophet looking to catch that up. Effing Mad has been helping out with a lot of ganks here. 8 of the 15 ganks, and right now we have a banish here on the Alchemist. There's gonna be a Wrath of Nature thrown out. Nope, Sprout up here, and Komi will just accept his fate. Is he gonna run? There is an ultimate just thrown out for this one, and that's gonna be a mega kill here for Robocop, and Alchemist will take a fall. Not the best game for him, and like I said, I expected that Shadow Demon Naga as well as the Alchemist tri-lane and the Kunkka middle, but I don't know. Maybe Dota Stalk wasn't too comfortable with that solo mid. I believe he does play middle, if I was not wrong, for Cascade, so not so sure what was with that last minute changing. A lot of people tend to like to dodge OD lanes because they don't really feel too comfortable, they don't really want to get crushed, so they do send Alchemist. I think it's wasted potential for the Alchemist, could have been a lot better for them, and the lack of lockdown does really hurt them. And now Bignum, he could be in a lot of trouble here. The Song will be setting up some big stuff here. Robocop could find himself in a bit of a pickle right now. Is there going to be a turret? Nope, they're just going to back off there. 4 heroes do approach them rather aggressively, and Robocop just going to find himself very healthy and alive here. Effing Mad does TP in. He does have the Claymore up on him. There are no other Invis heroes on his team, so Shadow Blade is going to be perfect for him. It does force CSE to have to spend a little bit more of their very limited gold on those detection items. And now we're going to have Gyrocopter as well as his entire team going to be pushing up top. We're going to find some tiles. 10,000 gold is the gold difference right now. Miko, he is going to be looking for something. There's going to be a hook shot here on Weaver. They will trap him. Is there a time lapse out? There's going to be Chomi. Throws out the stun, and Robocop finds himself in a rock and a hard place. The call down does blow up the Alchemist though. Dota Stalk going to be running away from the flag cannon. Will not bring him down. There's going to be an earn charge. Will that be enough though? I don't think so. Bigna meanwhile takes the soul something to the face. He will still be alive there thanks to his time lapse. And actually the Clockwork gets 2 kills, 1 with the urn and 1 with the rocket flare. They will get this kill, and Effing Mad will be getting out there, no problemo. And Bignum will be using Sakuchi to dodge that homing missile, but the game's not looking good. 20-5 right now. MouzSports, despite have no stuns lineup, won't be able to destroy a team rather handily. And Naga, they will be destroying an Alchemist. They will be beating a Weaver as well. Like I said, you can just ignore the Weaver before he comes online. You can just decide to do something here. Effing Mad will take a little bit of a splash here, but that little bit of waterworks will not be scaring him away. Dota Stalk doing what he can, and now there's gonna be a smoke gang. They are looking for something. Naga Siren still does not have illusions. There's gonna be a smoke as well as a charge up here from the Alchemist. He does show himself now. 2 seconds left on him. Is he gonna toss it out? He will toss it out at the last moment. Effing Mad will take a little bit of a hit to the face. Calabra pops his BKB, gets purged up immediately. As that's going to be at him. That's going to be a net, and that's a 2-man turret as well as a 2-man boat. Now people could be dying. Judo, he does splash a whole lot of nothing here, but Chromie will toss out that stun, and now Mania will take a fall. And now Robocop, what's up with him? He's going to get axed up. He's going to be sent back. The Wrath of Nature does do a lot of damage here. Judo as well as the Kunkka will go down. There is going to be 1 Sanity's Eclipse just for you, Shadow Demon OD says. Bigna, meanwhile, he wants that OD kill. He's going to walk for that Sakuchi. Will go for the Sakuchi. Will he get that? 1 more toss. 2 clicks. 1-2 clicks. Double kill dominating streak here for this Weaver. Miko will be the 3rd kill. And that's a triple kill for Bignum, carrying his team, keeping them in this game. It's 24-10. It's a full team wipe here on the side of MouzSports. So that's going to be seeing a little bit of a dip in the gold graph as well as the EXP, and it's about 14,000 now for Bignum. And you can see the Visage Burst running away, that Master having died there, and that's gonna be a very casual siege creep test rolling from the bottom lane, or the top lane, all the way to the bottom lane, to the middle lane here. And Judo will be just doing a little bit of cutting from behind. Will get himself some last hits here. Dota Stalk, meanwhile, happy to see a little bit of space on the board. Will be pushing out the lane, and I see Twitch chat is still rather dead here, so I'm gonna feel a little bit lonely. Yeah, I feel a little bit lonely for you, lonely without you guys just talking here. So Twitch chat is down, so very sad. It makes me sadder when I'm casting without Twitch chat, because it feels like I'm talking to myself and there's no one responding. Although that's pretty much what casting is about, but still, it's really nice to know that you guys are trolling, flaming, or whatnot in the chat. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan is going to spend some of that extra gold he gets from his 7 assists here, and whatever he did lose from the 7 deaths, and combine up some observer wards. He does plop down 1 observer here, keep tabs on any kind of rotations from the middle to the top lane, which is arguably one of the more fragile lanes right now. Easy pickings for that Rex. Should the Prophet well, if the Prophet does decide he wants to pick up a tower here, but meanwhile they'll settle for the bottom tier 2, and Dota Stalk meanwhile doesn't even know that a Nuclear Strike has been detected. Nuclear Strike, And Dota will go down here, takes a homing missile as well as a rocket barrage to the face. I think effing Matt wasn't even needed there. And Kunkka 0-7 as well. He is arguably one of the cause here on Cascade Head. He is not having a great game. There's going to be a banish here on Weaver, Bignum. He does throw out the box here, reducing a lot of the armor here on the side of MouzQuanticFlipside, but they're not going to be carrying too much. The banish does remove a lot of Weaver's mana, so he will not be able to push the aggression any further here. Judo, meanwhile, still 3-5 on his Naga, so doing okay. I won't say he's doing perfect. He's doing okay. The poor man shield will try and keep him alive. The magic stick as well. And now Calabra, he does have BKB as well as invisibility rune, going to be able to just run in and out of the fights. And the rocket flare once again, going to be slowing down the creep wave, prevent any kind of push in. And I'm not so sure Cascade can recover well from this one. Effing Matt does have a Shadow Blade, going for Oblivion Staff. Yeah, going for an Orchid. So they're looking to shut down this Weaver, but Weaver does have BKB, so I'm not even sure what he's going with this Orchid for. Cleverer still has the Invis, so looking for those big ganks, and he's waiting for that jump when CSC decides to overcommit. And now Judo, he wants that song, he pops that song, the Rocket Barrage. Is it gonna cause him some trouble? There is gonna be a net as well. The BKB instantly from Calabra, and Judo, he's gonna take a little bit of damage. That Miguel does take a Soul Catcher as well as a bullet, but Dota Stock once again 8 death for him. And now Weaver, he tries to find a kill in the back line there, pops the BKB as well as the time lapse. He will be backing up there. Is there a Sprout from Bakumat? There is no Sprout. OB1, and OD does drop the hammer on someone. OD will get double kill at the bottom lane here, and OB1 is blocked by the trees. He will not be getting out here. This poor guy. 0-8 for you, good sir. And effing Matt will be laughing to himself. They're getting that perfect Sprout. We'll be going top to pressure the lanes, and the only one alive is of course Bignum with his BKB on the Weaver. He will not be dying that easily. I don't think anyway for MouzQuanticFlipside to kill him just now. And well, with the gem on him, he is making to be a very reliable source of vision here, and he's gonna look for effing Matt here, but effing Matt does have TP now, so I don't think Weaver will be able to kill him. He's gonna try anyway, and is he gonna see? Yeah, he's gonna see the Prophet, and Prophet instantly gonna go for the TP. Effing Matt, oh, effing Matt not going for the TP now. He's gonna die here. That's gonna be unstoppable for Bignum, so a big mistake here from the Prophet here. We'll go down 29-12 here. Bignum, the only guy actually killing stuff here on the side of Cascade. He's 6-0 right now. 10k net worth for the OD, 10k net worth for the Prophet, about 9,005 for the Gyrocopter, and Weaver the only guy actually getting any kind of farm on the side of Cascade. Judo has a poor man shield, has smoke, basic boots, and Dota stock. Forced to go for mass braces here, 0-8 on him. This is what happens when your trialing goes wrong. When you go for aggressive trialing and it fails this hard, you usually find yourself in a lot of pain after this. And show me, he himself isn't doing too good. 2-7 on his Alchemist solo mid. He did good in the first creep wave or so, but afterwards it just was downhill all the way. Now he's gonna get some Grievel's Greed, trying to farm some farm in the middle lane, try and catch it up. And that's gonna be a 4-man smoke gang. They want to look for maybe Robocop. Yeah, Robocop is gonna be in contention for that easy pickings right now. And Mage's Prophet gonna TP to the side here. Wants to find some big creeps to farm. And Robocop, does he have his TP? Yeah, he does have a TP, so we're gonna see if he does get the kill. But if they do catch him out, they will be able to kill him. Oh, effing Matt finds himself in trouble here. Obi-Wan reveals himself. There's gonna be Robocop getting that, and there's gonna be a Torrent, Purge, Soul Catcher. There's gonna be a Banish. Good job on him. It's gonna be surviving that, but here comes the ship. Nope, the ship will not be getting out there. Now the stuns now. Disruption saved just for this TP, and Robocop will be taking a fall here. You will not be saving the day today. Weaver's on a wicked 6 streak. Meanwhile, Buck Matt still not going to be caring about the current affairs happening up top. Will be farming his Orchid Malevolence now. I think he will have it, or at least he will be having it soon. Judo, meanwhile, still trying to get some more farm here in this jungle. Farm up the small camp. Bignum does pick up a Mithril Hammer, so going for the Desolator. So, well, I'm not so sure if MouzQuanticFlipside are seeing this, but this Weaver that they chose to ignore and not draft the counter will actually find themselves in some trouble if they do allow Bignum to become a presence that they cannot ignore, especially with the Desolator. Now Miguel could be in trouble. Nope. Not gonna try it with the hook shot, because if he does, he might be opening himself up to a lot of pain. And Bignum, he is a can of whoop ass right now, as Clock would say. And effing Matt picks up the Illusion Rune. We'll be using that for a little bit of scouting. Shadow Blade, undercover Shadow Blade will be heading back into the jungle and tosses out the Wrath of Nature. Chomi's gonna take 248 magical damage. And what's Calabra got now? Picks up a Demon Edge, going for that MKB, I imagine. Probably not the Daedalus, so yeah, just gonna go for that MKB. Prophet, meanwhile, gonna be pushing this way for Robocop. ultimate up on him. He wants that Mystic Staff. The Smoke Gang once again coming out from Cascade, looking for a pickoff here. Maybe a Prophet, maybe an OD split pushing. Not gonna find anything today, and Big Num continuously gonna be farming. Clockwork actually picks up. Oh, Miggle picks up his Boots of Travel, so looking for minimum mobility is gonna be good as well, because effing Matt with those treants he will be able to TP in and get those global ganks off. And now with the medallion as well as a whole bunch of treants, I think Roshan will be falling here. They could be stolen by, it could be stolen by a song. Is there gonna be a song here? Is that gonna be a song steal? Is there gonna be a song steal? There is, but picked up the Aegis. Robocop has already picked the Aegis, and now they are gonna be booking it. Is there gonna be Visage? Stun? There is no banish, and that was a little bit late on the song, I think. And oh wow, nice hook shot here from Miggle. Obi-Wan will be taking a fall here. 2 ops to the face will do the job. And I think Matt still looking for a Sprout. There's a homing missile. We're gonna see who's there. Gonna hit. It's gonna hit on Dota Stock. Dota Stock will be taking a little bit of right click. Nothing much to worry about here. Acid Spray gonna slow down that creep wave. Sentry Ward gonna make sure to keep tabs on that Weaver. Cliff is forced out immediately. Clever pops a homing missile. That's gonna be a banish here. Who is that? The homing missile. Nope, there's gonna be Judo. Judo takes a whole bunch of bursts to the face, but Clever diving very far behind the base. There's gonna be an OD ultimate. That's gonna blow up the Naga Siren. The boat does land. Clever does get stunned 1 second by the boat, but that's not gonna do too much. Miggle, he's weaving on in. He has his BKB pumped already, so he will not have any more BKB charges here. Tomi, he's gonna be tossing out that OD stun. He will be dodging it very expertly with that. He will be dodging very expertly with that imprisonment. And now effing Mad, he's hiding in his Sprout. He wants to get out of here. The Sentry Ward once again. The Purge. There's gonna be a Purge. Weaver, is he gonna come on in? There's a lot of kills here for him if he wants it. And the box. OD. Oh wow. Alchemist not tossing out that stun. He will stun himself there. There's gonna be a hook shot here on Big Num. Big Num, does he have the mana? Yeah, he will not. There's gonna be a 15 stick charges here, popped up here by Big Num, and now there's OD. Could be in a little bit of trouble if he's not careful. He does have the Aegis, and that was a successful defend here from Cascade. And Chomi having threats at long last, gonna feel very happy for himself. Judo, meanwhile, gonna reward a whole bunch of sentries. You can see the panic from MouzQuanticFlipside side. Toss down sentries, look at effing man, he's just gonna be hiding in that Sprout, just hugging the trees, prison bar style. And well, lucky for him, he did get out of there. Orchid not paying dividends at all because Big Num does have this BKB, and very soon gonna have a Desolator as well. So very soon, MouzQuanticFlipside will not be able to not ignore this little bug, pesky bug here. And what HUD is that? Yeah, Robocop is Fata, alright, so I'm not so sure how late this chat was, but glad to see the chat actually working for you guys, and hopefully it doesn't crash again, because Twitch does have the most untimely of patch times. And Mego has been doing a good job, and Dota Stock finds himself dead once again, outed limb from limb. And now without the glyph, their tower is going to be taking a lot of damage here. Acid Spray, Robocop could be in a little bit of trouble. Tosses out the stun, and Clever with the MKB already going to do a lot of right click damage in here. Treants as well going to be putting up the meat shield here, and the Weaver does toss out the box. The Swamp going to be reducing the armor here. Oh, and it's going to be splashed from Naga. Is there going to be any more follow-up? There is now no bonus armor here on the Gyrocup. Tosses out the stun. Again, just a little bit of harassment here. There's a lot of heals coming up here for Robocop. Robocop Fada. Robocop, we will have the Hex, and the melee barracks here will be going down. I don't think Cascade can defend this. There's a homing missile here. There's going to be a song, but no instant silence here from the Prophet. Disruption very quick here, saving his teammate's life. But it's going to be a call down. There's going to be a song. Call down. Song. Call down. Run. The birds. Visage. Yep, Judo. Will he be going down there? There's a Purge. The flat cannon will hit him at the edge there. Clever gets himself a killing spree. Oh, the ultimate drop down. The hammer does land. Oh wow, the Weaver actually does die eventually, and that's Clever with a double kill, dominating 36 to 14 right now. Metal Rex does go down with 4 heroes on the sidelines, and I think Cascade, if I were Cascade right now, tapping out and going to game 2 and hoping for a tie-off would be the right choice. MouzQuanticFlipside's playing an absolutely great game here. Hook can be blocked here by the OD, disband please. But Fata can play a good game. He does have a hack, still holding that Aegis, still not losing that Cascade. Well, that's a Panzer, isn't it? Yeah. But they'll be losing their Throne Towers, and I think the Throne will follow here. 3005, 3004, Weaver dead for now, 25. They could try and defend this, but I don't think. GG well played here from Big Num. And, well, there's going to be GG indeed. There's going to be a Purge. There's going to be a force staff in the wrong direction, but prisons himself for 4 seconds. Clever, mega kill. And Dota Star will find himself dead against 0 and 10. This guy 0-11. That's gonna be Shadow Demon dead as well. That's 0-11 for you as well. The partners in death. And until death do us apart, they say, and well, death do us apart indeed. Comment out. Oh well, he does stun himself there. And nope, Radiant victory. MouzQuanticFlipside take an easy win. They cruise themselves to 1-0 lead in this best of 2 between Cascade and MouzQuanticFlipside in the WePlay Dota 2 league, or Dota 2 tournament. And well, we're gonna go into game 2 very quickly, guys. Don't go anywhere. MouzQuanticFlipside taking the first game against Cascade. Cascade, well, seems to be a very up and down team. Once in a while they do look to be able to take down Kai-P, and sometimes they just fall apart like these. So well, we're gonna see if they do better in game 2, or will that morale crushing defeat bring them down. MouzQuanticFlipside, after all, did bring down Kai-P, one of the strongest teams in Group A right now. So MouzQuanticFlipside is gonna feel pretty good about that. Sadly, it was tied 1-1, so they did not take 2-0 here. Isama does prevail, saving your rares. But Cascade, we can see if they do save your rares here as well for those guys that love to bet underdogs. But anyway, guys, I'm your host, Lysander Sonora. If you like my cast, follow me on my various social media, Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Lysander Sonora. Follow me on Twitter as well, at Lysander Sonora, and you can like me on my Facebook page if you do like my cast. It does help me a lot. Alright, and without further ado, I'll be bringing you guys to game 2. Don't go anywhere.